We're making this thing about relationships or about rules. That we go to camp. And we're up at camp, and one of the very clear rules is that you can't bring any substances, right? You can't bring alcohol, weed, drugs, cigarettes, anything like that. If anything happens where you bring that up, this camp's rule is the kid will be sent immediately home, no conversation, because they knew they weren't supposed to bring that up. So we have this new kid. His very first entrance to anything we do is he comes to camp with us. And he brings up a few cartons of cigarettes, and he said, and I find out about it. And so I say, you're going home. You brought up cigarettes. That's not what I did. I said, oh, give me some. And I opened the box, and I took a cigarette, and I gave him a cigarette, and then we had a good talk about it. No, that's not what I did either. Some of you guys were like, you youth pastor. No, that's not what I did either. But here's what I did do, okay? I put the cigarettes down on this table, and I said, hey, why'd you bring these? You knew that you weren't allowed to. It was very clearly in the rules. And he starts talking. I brought them because I didn't want to deal with all this Christian BS, with all the terminology and all this, I love Jesus, yes, I do, with everything like that. And he's being really real with me, and he's saying, that's why I brought him up. And I was like, I think there's more to this story. And we keep talking, and he says, it comes out finally. His dad has abandoned him. His dad's abandoned him. He abandoned him a few years ago. There's people in his life who have peer pressured him to make choices, do things that he regrets, that he's gotten in trouble for, and he doesn't like that part of himself. And all in all, his heart is just broken. There's some other things I could tell you, but I'm not gonna. And his heart is just broken, right? And if I make that thing about rules, the rule is, if you bring this substance up to camp, you're gone. If I make this about rules and not relationships, this kid never gets to get there in his life. He never starts to unpacking some of that stuff. And what he thinks of the church being a judgmental place where if you do something wrong, you're going to be out, that is reinforced and he never comes back. Are we making this thing about rules or about relationships? And where in your life are you valuing the rules more than the people that are in your life? Where's that happening? Because it's happening in my life. Sometimes I get it right. More often than not, I get it wrong.